Guys, I need to tell you about something that happened to me that literally changed my life. It's about a relationship, about secrets, about discovering something about the person you're seeing that completely changes your perspective on everything. Let me start by saying this. This story will leave you speechless. Because what I found out about the guy I've been seeing for 6 months, you won't believe it. And the worst part, I found out in the worst possible way. But hang on. I'll tell you everything from the beginning, because there are details in this story you need to understand to grasp what I went through. I've been seeing this guy for 6 months. 6 months, people. This isn't just a week-long fling or something casual. It's 6 months of talking, going out, building intimacy, getting to know someone. And all that time, I always felt he was kind of different. Not bad different, but strangely different. You know when you get the sense someone's hiding something? Like there's a part of their life that's mysterious? That's exactly how I felt with him. We always got along great, we had chemistry, our conversations flowed naturally. But there were situations that left me confused. We'd make plans to see each other, and then he'd just vanish. It wasn't full-on ghosting, but he'd disappear for days and come back with 1,000 excuses. Sorry, family emergency. Sorry, had to take care of something urgent. Sorry, I wasn't feeling well. Always vague excuses, you know. Never a clear explanation, never any real details. And I, like any self-respecting woman, couldn't help but feel suspicious. There were other weird things, too. Sometimes, in the middle of a conversation, he'd space out like he was worried about something. Other times, I noticed him checking his phone nervously, like he was waiting for something important. And when I asked, "Are you okay?" he'd always say, "Yeah, why?" But I could see in his eyes that he wasn't. You know what I mean, right? We can feel it when someone's hiding something. I suspected everything, guys. I thought maybe he was married, maybe he had someone else, maybe he was hiding something serious. My mind ran wild with possibilities, but never did I imagine what was really going on. Then came the day that changed everything. It was a regular Friday. I went to sleep at his place like I'd done many times over the past 6 months. We watched a movie, chatted, it was all normal. I fell asleep peacefully, not knowing I was about to wake up in a situation that would mark me forever. Guys, what I'm about to share is intense. If this kind of story is hard for you, maybe skip this part. I was sleeping deeply when I heard a loud noise, like something heavy had fallen to the ground. A sharp, strong sound that woke me instantly. My first thought was, is someone trying to break in? You know how it is. We always assume the worst. I stayed in bed for a few seconds, trying to figure out where the noise came from. That's when I realized he wasn't next to me anymore. I jumped up, panicked, and guys, when I looked at the bedroom floor, there he was, on the ground, moving in a way I had never seen in my life. His body was stiff, his arms were contracted, and he was making involuntary movements. I froze, literally froze. I had no idea what was happening. No clue what to do. I didn't know if he was dying, if someone had hurt him, if it was some kind of attack. I was in total panic. I started screaming his name, trying to wake him up, trying to get a response. But he didn't respond. He was completely unconscious, though his body kept making those strange movements. I've never felt so helpless. There was this person I cared about, someone I'd been with for 6 months, going through something terrible, and I had no idea how to help. Desperate, I ran to the door, started knocking on the neighbors' doors, screaming for help. It was 5 in the morning, 5 a.m. on a Friday, and there I was, in my pajamas, begging for someone to help me. And then something happened that confused me even more. When the neighbors saw what was happening, they didn't panic like I did. They acted with a calmness that shocked me. "Relax, it's an epileptic seizure," one of them said. "Let's help him." Epileptic seizure? What do you mean, epileptic seizure? How did they know? How did they know exactly what to do? And that's when it hit me. They already knew. They knew he had epilepsy. Everyone knew except me. The neighbors showed me what to do. They explained I shouldn't try to hold him, shouldn't put anything in his mouth, that I just needed to make sure he didn't get hurt and wait for the seizure to pass. Those were the longest minutes of my life, guys. Just standing there, watching someone you care about go through that, knowing there's nothing you can do but wait. When it finally stopped, he was unconscious for a few more minutes. And when he finally woke up, it was like nothing had happened. He looked at me, saw the panic on my face, and asked, "Why are you crying? Did something happen?" He didn't remember anything. Absolutely nothing. After he left for work, yes, he went to work like everything was normal. I stayed alone in his house, trying to process it all. And then curiosity hit. I needed to understand what had happened, needed to be sure the neighbors were right. I went to his bathroom and opened his medicine cabinet. And there they were, several bottles of medication. I didn't recognize the names, but after Googling them, I saw they were all for epilepsy. Guys, can you imagine the shock? Finding out the person you've been seeing for 6 months has a serious medical condition and never told you? I sat on his couch and cried. Cried out of relief that he was okay, cried from the shock of what I'd seen, but mostly cried from the confusion of being left out of something so important. I started connecting the dots, his disappearances, the vague excuses, the anxiety I'd noticed. It all made sense now. He wasn't cheating. He wasn't lying about another woman. He was hiding his epilepsy. But then came the questions that are still eating at me. Why did he hide it from me? Why didn't he trust me enough to share something so important? Is he ashamed? Does he think I would reject him? And the most painful question of all, after 6 months together, did I not show him I was trustworthy enough for him to open up to me? It's been a week since it happened, and I still haven't talked to him about it. He's acting like nothing happened, and I'm here carrying this weight alone. I really want to talk to him, to understand his reasons, to show him I accept him as he is. But at the same time, I'm scared. What if he gets angry that I found out? What if he feels exposed? What if he decides to push me away for good? Because, honestly, learning this didn't change how I feel about him. If anything, I admire his strength even more. Imagine living with a condition like this and still managing to maintain a normal life, a job, relationships. But it also made me question our intimacy. How, after 6 months, did we not build enough trust for him to share this with me? That's why I'm here, guys. I need your opinion. What would you do in my place? Should I talk to him directly about what I found out? Should I wait for him to open up on his own? Should I research more about epilepsy before bringing it up? And here's another question. Do you think he had to tell me? Or is it every person's right to choose if and when to share personal medical information? This situation made me reflect deeply on relationships, trust, intimacy. How many important things do we not know about the people we love? How many secrets exist even in the closest relationships? And how far does someone's right to privacy go when they're in a relationship? I have to admit, I feel a little betrayed. Not because he has epilepsy, that doesn't change anything for me. But because for 6 months, every time he disappeared, every time he gave vague excuses, I was creating horrible scenarios in my head, feeling insecure, thinking something was wrong with me. If he had told me from the start, I would have understood the absences. I would have supported him. I would have learned how to help during a crisis. Now I keep thinking, what if it happens again when we're alone? What if I don't know how to react? What if I do something wrong that hurts him? I want to be prepared. I want to know how to help. I want to be someone he can trust in moments of vulnerability. But for that, I need him to open up to me. Guys, I truly don't know the best way to handle this. Part of me wants to go up to him and say, "Look, I know about your epilepsy and it's okay." Another part thinks I should wait until he feels comfortable enough to tell me. What do you think? Have you ever gone through something similar? Do you know someone with epilepsy who can help me see this from a different perspective? Leave your thoughts in the comments, your experiences, your advice. I really need your wisdom to figure out what to do. And if you have epilepsy or know someone who does, help me understand this condition better. I want to learn. I want to be prepared. I want to be better for him. Because at the end of the day, what I discovered didn't change how I feel. If anything, it made me realize that what I feel for him is deeper than I thought. I want to be by his side, through the seizures and the good moments. I just need to find the right way to show him that. Big kiss, everyone. And thank you for always listening and supporting me. Oh, and next week I'll come back to tell you how the conversation went. Because after reading your comments, I'm going to find the courage to talk to him about this.